A last-minute deal potentially delivering a major win for the president. Welcome to Faith Nation. I'm John Jessup.
And in Washington, I'm Jenna Browder. Tonight, the clock is ticking once again for Congress. This after a Senate Republican vote scaled back President Trump's request to cancel $9.4 billion in approved spending.
So what stays and what goes? CBN Capitol Hill correspondent Michelle London joins us now. London, can you bring us up to speed on what happens next?
Well, John, Jenna, now that the Senate passed its rescissions bill through a key test vote, the measure makes its way to the House. The goal is to get a final bill on the president's desk for his signature by Friday. After amendments Tuesday, Senate Republicans now estimate about $9 billion total in savings instead of the original $9.4. After growing concern over $400 million in proposed cuts to PEPFAR, the international AIDS program, senators agreed to remove those cuts from their version. Since President George W. Bush approved the program back in 2003, it's been credited with saving millions of lives from HIV/AIDS in parts of Africa and Asia.
There was a lot of interest among our members in doing something on the PEPFAR issue, and so that's reflected in the substitute. And we hope that if we can get this across the finish line in the Senate, that the House would accept that one small modification.
And one of the three Republican holdouts, Maine Senator Susan Collins, says voting to keep PEPFAR funding in place could help the bill's prospects. President Trump is also looking to take away funding for public broadcasting. Some senators fear cuts to public media could decimate many of the 1,500 local radio and television stations, especially in rural parts of the country. Many rely on some federal funding to operate. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting distributes more than 70% of its funding to those stations. Democrats are expected to unanimously oppose the package. Here's New York Congressman Ritchie Torres today on the House floor.
The so-called big beautiful bill is not only a redistribution of wealth from the rich, from the poor to the rich, but it's also a redistribution of wealth from America to foreign bondholders. Instead of paying $1 trillion a year in debt, we're going to pay $2 trillion a year in debt, which is money not spent on health care and housing and higher education.
Now, while PEPFAR funding is spared for now, the full package still awaits a final vote in both chambers of Congress. Under the U.S. budget law, Congress had 45 days to reappropriate the allocations, and that window closes Friday. John, Jenna.
All right, CBN Capitol Hill correspondent Michelle London, thank you so much.